There are some things we don't talk about, and tonight I'm going to talk about one of those. But in the spirit of the season, this is a modern-day fairy tale. And it's a modern-day fairy tale with the happiest of happy endings. It's also a modern-day fairy tale with a moral. And this is a moral for all of us, because the moral of this story is that we're often not responsible for what happens to us in the past, but we are 100% responsible for how we deal with that in our present and how we take it forward into our future. What I'm going to be talking about tonight is sexual assault. It happened to me when I'm 19. I think if I don't talk about it, it can't affect me. But it does. It affects me in ways that I'm not even aware of. Because during those dark, dreadful, dangerous moments when it's happening, there is only one thought pounding through my body. I need to keep myself safe. I need to keep myself safe. Because my life is not safe. My life is a series of accidents. Throughout my corporate career, I only ever wear black clothes. And those clothes are at least 2 sizes too big for me. Because the lesson I have taken away from the assault is that all men are untrustworthy. I must never, ever appear attractive to men. Even sadder, to the extent possible, I edit men out of my life. And I only realised this in 2007, at the end of a 6-month personal development course, when I have subconsciously chosen not to work one-on-one with any of the 50 men in the room. This is the point at which I seek help. I sort myself out. I decide to start dating. Where are all the older men? Apparently they congregate online. Anybody been there, done online dating? Without exception, they all choose the same opening line. Hello, sexy. One track mind or what? My mind's on that same track, but I'm an intelligent woman. I'd like some intellectual foreplay before we get down to it. I give up. A few years later, I go to a conference in San Francisco. Last day, last session, I find myself working one-on-one with an American man. A man with whom I feel this strange magnetic bond. Neither of us can explain it, but we both feel it. I come home and I write to him. And we discover that we're both going to be in Spain in 3 months' time. We meet. We do lunch. We go for a walk. So here we are, strolling along in this park, holding hands. And apropos of absolutely nothing, I say to him, I feel very safe with you. He smiles. You are safe with me. And that's when I disappear into my head. I need to do a risk assessment of the difference between safe and very safe. And while I'm doing that, my brain says to me, something's happening. I go, I know, what is it? And my brain says, I don't know, I can't remember. We'll find out. My brain starts going through its alphabetical memories. Volume 1, A to D, nothing. Volume 2, E to K. It whizzes through the first 6 letters. It gets to K. K-A, K-E, K-I, kiss. Oh my God, it's a kiss. Have you ever been so excited that you just throw yourself into something without a thought of what it might lead to? What this leads to is a park bench. And what that leads to, and you won't believe this, what that leads to is me saying, shall we go back to your hotel room? I'm going to draw a veil over the next 3 hours. A, because they're none of your business, and B, because you've all got an imagination. 3 years later, I am still with this man, and my life is exotic. But that's not the true title of my talk. My talk is really called From Neurotic to Erotic. And for most of my life, that's a place that I never thought I would be.
Do you know, I've heard a lot of amazing stories on this stage, and that's right up there. You just had us from the beginning, and you actually took a really, really quite a powerful emotion, and yet found a way to make us laugh through it. And I think that's a real skill. That's a real skill.
Thank you.
Because we're all going to go away with the thought, with the moral, with your pain, but we're also going to go away with how you dealt with it and where you are now.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. I
Thank
think
you.
that's a really difficult thing to do, and you did it very, very well.
Thank you.
For a stretch, and it's
Yes.
just a tiny, I know we don't do huge technical things here, but I love your presence and how grounded you are, but perhaps think about using the stage
Yeah.
just a little bit more. So
Okay.
tell the past bit of the story here, and then just move through the stage
Great.
as you come through to the future.
Thank you.
You may not have covered it yet, but it's something that I would
Okay.
consider.
Fantastic. Thank
All
you.
right? That's brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
And you know, one thing I have to add, most of the time when I do a talk, I have to say thank you at the end so people know I'm finished. And you didn't have to. And that's a skill in itself. If you're speaking a lot already, you know, find different ways where you can finish off without having to say thank you. Such a powerful skill. One thing I'd say is, would you agree Elaine is funny?
Yes.
It's really your style. And I know it was, at the beginning, you know, it was a very serious thing, but I'd say, you know, find a way that within the first 45 seconds you get a laugh in.
Okay.
So they know where this is going. Because there was this, let's say the first 2 minutes, it was just very, you know, calm and gentle. And then suddenly all the laughs were coming. It's like, whoa, where's this coming from? You know, like disperse it a bit more.
Yeah, okay.
And then you have like a stronger routine in it.
Great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Especially for
Thank
a
you.
topic like that.
Thank
Right?
you.